back with another quick copy review for Peter of photo art. uh, so just looking at the page, I understand that it's professional photography, but the part that's most useful is a little bit hidden. This, I think, is more useful, that it's for e-commerce brands. So I would have this much more prominent than professional product photography, or as prominent. Make it a full headline about this being for e-commerce brands. Maybe most of your people sell on Amazon or eBay or Shopify. Maybe you can niche it a little bit. Maybe you don't want to, but if you've got something unique about what you do, then it needs to be in the headline. At the moment, there's a lot going on, and I'm not really sure where to go. And more importantly than anything, Peter, you've got something most people would kill for. You've got images. This is one of the hardest things most people struggle with on their websites, is getting really high quality images that help sell what they do. And you are a photographer. I would love to have those skills, and I would love for your visitors to see your photos up here in the hero section, so they get an idea of your talent and what they can expect and what kind of products you photograph. So none of that is up here. I know you're making changes. I know that I did click on this link when you first sent it to me, and I saw that there was a portfolio button up here and it's disappeared. I think the whole thing looks, and forgive me, it looks a little dated, the design. In the same way that a lot of people think they can take a photograph now because they've got a smartphone. Most people don't have the skills and the experience and the equipment that you have to hand to take those photographs. And the same is for many of us with the web design. We don't have the tools, the experience, the skills, and the tool set, right? So make use of a web designer if you can, as soon as you can, to get you out, give this a facelift and make it look modern, because people are going to be looking at your design as like a reflection of your taste and style. And at the moment, it's not doing you any favors. So I would like to see a load of product images that you've shot, or something, stuff from your portfolio. It could be tiles, it could be, they could be peppered around at the hero section, so I get an idea immediately of what these could look like. Moving further down the page, you've got a big long list, all left aligned, of key features. People aren't interested in key features, so you need to work on a better subhead if you're going to keep some sort of list. It's quite big, it's quite difficult to read some parts of it. The highlights in orange are quite hard to read on my screen for sure. And there's a lot. I would try and break these up somehow, the benefits. I would absolutely expect there to be secure payments, for example, but you can tell people about that at the point of checkout. I can see that there is a checkout button, but I don't know how to do something with that. I'm going to sneeze. I'm going to pause this. Oh, that's annoying when you think you're going to sneeze and it doesn't come. Okay. I'm back. So yeah, I would love to see some of your work. Where is it? The only photos I'm seeing now are the headshots of people who have endorsed you. But it would be better if they were a little bit smaller. It's good to have headshots and pictures of people, but they can be a lot smaller, and maybe you can get them to say a few words. There is one testimonial where someone said a few words here, but the copy is lost against the large headshot of this lovely lady here. So definitely some problems around, how things are structured, the size of things, so that's all about visual hierarchy, right? So, what people have said, I'm amazed at how easy it was to get my photos done remotely. Well, that's an awesome testimonial. That's an awesome little snippet, and it's really pithy, but it's lost in the melee. The other thing I think is fascinating is that people can join you by live video when you're actually shooting their product. This is awesome, but it's way down the page. And I don't know if this is unique to you. It sounds fairly unique to me. I'm not somebody who's gone around looking for product photography, but to be able to look over your shoulder while you do this and give my own input, That sounds really fascinating and fun. Let's face it. I would be selling that hard higher up the page. I mean, go and look, check out what your competitors are doing. If they're not doing this, then, this is your unique value prop right here. Sell it hard, sell it early, and make it really clear that people can do this. And then I do have an image of what it might look like to see you in action. But yeah, no product pictures. And there is, where is it? There is something. See my portfolio. Okay, it's lost down here. When I click on it, it opens on a new page and it's quite slow loading. I know it's probably difficult if you've got heavy image sizes. So you need to work on how you're going to do that. And again, that's where a web designer can really help you. And then I'm not in love with this image. I would just straight up start with some product images. And your images are awesome. So why don't I see these on the website? And it gives me an idea of different kinds of photos, different kinds of products. This makes it easier for your potential buyer to say, oh, okay, so he would photograph all of these different things. He's not going to have a problem photographing my product. He does all kinds of things. Anything I can ship to him, he can photograph it and make it look amazing. So, the other thing to consider when you're deciding which images to put up there in the hero section is which customers do you want more of, which ones really value your service, get the most value out of it, and at the same time make you good money. So presumably there are some products. Are these people going to pay you as much as some people with cosmetics? Maybe they sell a lot more of it. But you know better than I do which customers have provided you with most value. Obviously, these are hospitality ones, which are probably harder to do in these times. But maybe then break it out into the types of photo. At the moment, it seems like you're really leaning into the remote product images, which makes absolute sense right now, right? So back to the page, work with a designer, rethink your copy. I'm not really sure how to get started. See how it works. How do I get started? How do I work with you? So you do have a step-by-step process, and I do love to see a step-by-step process. But what do I actually need to do? There's quite a few links here. See more detail. Request a free consult. That's a little bit lost, isn't it? If that's what people need to do to kick off the process, then that's where it should be. But I'm confused then about the shopping cart. So I don't know whether I can go ahead and try to buy something, order online. How do I order online? I can't work it out. So if you can automate that, as for a bunch of your ideal customers, that they can order something online, upload a brief, upload the kinds of things that they like, maybe you've got a briefing process clearly because you go through that on your consultation. If there's certain types of clients or certain types of projects where you can automate that and have an onboarding questionnaire which kind of guides them through a brief, then do that and make it super simple. Because at the moment, although you've given me a process, which is the idea of giving people a process is to make it feel easy and show them how simple it is to work with you. At the moment, this feels complicated. So you've got the right idea, just needs executing a little differently, in my opinion. And again, I don't love these icons. They're not reflective of your style and taste at all. So bring it in line with what you instinctively know is beautiful or not beautiful. I can tell you know that because of your photographs. So, get it reflected on your website. If you have any questions, Peter, give me a shout. I know times are hard at the moment. We don't all have money for web design. I'm not a web designer, but there are people out there that can certainly help you get this to the next level that wouldn't cost a fortune. As for the copy, let me know if you have any questions, because, in my mind, the whole thing needs a bit of a reshuffle and a restructure and rewording. There is some good copy in here. You've got some great ideas. You've got some things to me that feel unique. So you need to pull those out and make it super obvious. Anyway, I'm going to sign off now because I'm trying to keep these short so that I can get through them and keep my promise of weeklies. Take care now.